Success is the perfect mask. You have the titles, the praise, and the lifestyle that everyone else is praying for. On paper, you've won. But when you're driving home alone, or when you're staring at your reflection at 2 a.m., there is a hollow ache in your chest that no amount of achievement can fill. You feel like a successful ghost, physically present and in a life that looks great but emotionally absent from it. The world looks at you and sees a leader, a high performer, or a lucky one, but they don't see the psychological tax you're paying. You aren't ungrateful, you are suffering from a disconnect between your achievements and your identity. You've spent so much time building a life that looks good from the outside that you've forgotten how to live in it from the inside. In the next few minutes, we're going to look at the hidden glitch in the high achiever's mind. I'm going to show you why winning feels like losing, and how to stop the cycle of chasing a ghost that will never be satisfied. Here is the part no one tells you about success. Your brain has a built-in hedonic treadmill. When you hit a goal, your brain releases a massive surge of dopamine. It feels incredible for about 10 minutes, but then something happens in your nucleus accumbens, the reward center. It resets. It tells you that this new level of success is now the new normal. This is the achievement trap. Because you aren't getting that same hit of joy anymore, you think the solution is to work harder, win bigger, and go faster. But you're chasing a chemical ghost. You are biologically wired to habituate to your wins. This is why you can have $1 million, a perfect family, or a dream job and still feel absolutely nothing. You aren't broken. Your brain is just doing its job too well. You've optimized your life for dopamine, excitement instead of serotonin, contentment, and the result is a high-functioning emptiness. Most successful people are actually just high-functioning avoiders. You use your work, your status, and your busy schedule as a shield to protect yourself from your own inner world. As long as you are winning, you don't have to deal with the fact that you don't know who you are without your titles. Psychologically, this is called foreclosed identity. You adopted a version of success that wasn't yours. Maybe it was your parents' dream or society's expectations, and you ran with it. Now, you're stuck in a role-person merger where you can't tell where your job ends and your soul begins. When people compliment you, it feels like they're complimenting a character in a movie, not you. That's why the praise feels hollow, because it's not being delivered to the real person inside. To keep up this image, you have to suppress your vulnerability. You feel like if people saw the emptiness, the tower would crumble. This creates chronic cortisol elevation. You are in a state of hypervigilance, always waiting for the moment the world realizes you're just faking it. This is the psychological weight of the successful ghost. You have to be the strongest person in every room, which means you are the loneliest person in every room. You've traded oxytocin, the chemical of genuine safe connection, for external validation. But validation is a drug, and like any drug, the dose has to keep getting bigger just to keep the pain away. You are successful, yes, but you are also starving for a moment where you don't have to be perfect. So how do we fill the hole? It's not by winning the next trophy, it's by practicing radical de-escalation. The switch happens when you realize that your ordinary self is more valuable than your successful self. Satisfaction doesn't come from the height of your climb, it comes from the depth of your roots. You have to give yourself permission to be unproductive without feeling guilty. You have to start making choices that feel good, even if they look average to the world. The goal isn't to stop being successful, it's to stop using success as a substitute for a soul. You are finally allowed to step out from behind the mask. You don't need a bigger life, you need to be bigger in your life. If this felt like a mirror to the emptiness you've been hiding, subscribe. Let's find the person behind the performance together. Because before the titles and before the world started calling you a winner, you were just a person, staring at your reflection at 2 a.m.,